Welcome, welcome, welcome. Potent Podcast, episode 22,
Yeah,
September 16th. Jay here with Trills. Trills, what's up, bro?
chilling, bro. What's up with
What's up with me, man? This is an episode that you need to watch on YouTube, okay?
you?
This is definitely one of those episodes that if you want to listen to the audio portion, that's cool, but you need to dip over to YouTube so you can see what's going on right now. What I'm looking at right now is I'm looking at Trills right now, and Trills is in his fabulous bag. What I mean by that is bandana over the hat with the jersey, and the reason that he's wearing that and I'm wearing this ridiculously size 60 jersey, I'm swimming in this jersey right now with the Hove hat tilt.
The tilt is crazy right now.
The Hove tilt is not even see, everybody thinks this is the T.I. lean. Nah, bro. Hove been on it, man.
Right.
The reason that we're dressed like this for this episode is because we're about to take a trip back in time to when we used to dress like this. We're going to review hip-hop's history on 9/11, but I don't want to get too happy because I do want to make sure that we highlight the families, the people affected, everybody who perished, everybody who has long-term effects, the damage is done. 9/11 is something that I'll never forget, man. In 2001, 19 years ago, I was a senior in high school, and I can remember that day like the back of my hand, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like being in school, a teacher walks in and says, a plane just crashed into the World Trade Center. And everybody looking around like, we have no idea what you're talking about. You know, they put the TV on, and we start to watch it, and it's something that you never really get. Like us living here on this side of the country, right here, Jersey, we could open our window in some cases and see this happening across the river, see the same thing happening. I went on my roof that day, and you can see the smoke from there. Like, that's how close I live to the city. That's how close we live to the city. North Jersey is an offshoot of New York City pretty much at this point.
Yep.
And it's just so surreal to hear. Like, next year it's going to be 20. Big deal next year. You know, like that's something that, you know, is going to be highlighted. Just some of your quick thoughts. Like, I know this is a somber way to start, but we would be remiss to talk about, you know, what happened on 9/11 as far as hip hop goes without speaking about the tragedy.
Yeah. Great. I mean, bro, I was in high school too. My high school, Arts High School, is downtown Newark. So, and we are kind of up on a hill, and where our lunchroom is just the wall. The entire big wall is all window. So we all could see the building and the smoke just flowing like so crazy from the buildings. And we knew because somebody was screaming throughout the hallways, which, you know, freaked us out. And then everyone rushed to that window to get a look at it. Immediately, they were like, okay, what do we do, right? Everyone was in a panic. No cell phone service. None of us could reach our parents. So they did hold us for the entire day. You got to remember, a lot of people didn't even have cell phones, right? And then if you did have them, they didn't work. So there was no communication with anybody. So they held us there, and some people's parents came to get them. Some people's parents couldn't get there. We walked downtown Newark like we always would to catch buses to go home because we went, you know, we were in an art school. So we had to bus to school, public transportation. No public transportation. All of us, we all had to walk home because we didn't know where our parents were. We all had to walk home. The walk home from school was over 2 hours. I mean, you know, luckily we all had groups of friends that lived close, right? So we could all walk with each other. But it was scary, man. And if that was scary for us, I can't imagine how it was for people who had parents that worked there.
I did. My dad worked across the street from the towers. That's the part that always sticks out with me. At first, the first shock, comes in, you look and you see, and then, everything's happening so like chaotically that it finally clicks in my mind. Like my dad works, I'm not talking, like, where the Century 21 is?
Yep.
Right there.
That's right there.
My dad works right there. My dad is a vet, an Air Force vet. I didn't talk to my dad and get communication with him until about 6-7 o'clock that night. Scariest moment of my life, man. You start to think about there's people in that building, that are dying, and selfishly, I'm just thinking about where my dad is, man. And thank God, everything came out well. But it's just like some people just weren't as lucky, man. Like those images of like people jumping out of the building and just like. I still haven't watched that 9/11 movie. I felt like that was way too close. Like they put that movie out like the next year, and I couldn't understand it. I was like, "There's no way that I'm gonna sit." And I still have not seen that movie. I think I refused to watch that movie.
That was way too early.
Yeah, like that's all I ever thought. I was just like, "Why are you putting this movie out like right now? Like let it, like if you want to put a 9/11 movie out, it should be around this time."
Right.
Like they like it. I understand that it probably gave some people comfort. I don't know if it even did. I just didn't understand why. Like it seemed like jumping off the bridge and just making sure that people are going to be attached to your movie because people wanted to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's 19 years ago and I remember it like yesterday, man. Like yeah. I had to get pulled out of school. I didn't live as far from my school in Hoboken as you did. Hoboken's 1 square mile.
Right.
So I walked home, but there's other people that had parents there. Like anybody who had somebody close there, was taken to the library and we watched. And my girlfriend, I pulled her out of class and she came and she stood with me the whole time. We watched the tower collapse and I just lost it. I cried like a baby. I had no idea what was happening. I didn't know where my dad was, and it's just like, and there's people out there that still don't know, where their people are,
And I mean, for added perspective, man, like while that happened, we were hearing that there were a bunch of planes hijacked, right? And they were hitting everywhere else. And you had no clue. Like the fear was insane. Like you had no clue that if you were walking, what might be next, right? It was crazy.
I remember being in the office and somebody walking in like, yo, they just hit the Sears Tower too. Like, there was rumors of that. Like, there's another plane that was on its way to the Pentagon, took some of the Pentagon out. There's that movie about that too, about that encounter on the plane. Still haven't watched that either. I refuse. I think. All right, I don't want to say this because everybody felt terrible. Whether you lived in Oklahoma or whether you lived in New York or New Jersey or whatever, you probably felt the same way. I just feel like for us, it is too sensitive. Like even today. Driving, I was driving real quick to go do something, drop off my laundry, and I could see the Freedom Tower, and I'm just like, like that's where it's supposed to be, like that's where it was supposed to be, and yeah, man, I I'm not trying to gloss over it. I just want to make sure that we, remember, and still send condolences to people that are still struggling with losing people in this thing. There's veterans who, because they went in there and ran in on people, they have lung issues. They have a bunch of, like, this effect wasn't just one day, right? This has long lasting effects. What is Jon Stewart yelling about still? He's still yelling about that. It's 19 years later. Jon Stewart is not laying up off of this. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, look up Jon Stewart and 9/11. He goes to Congress. He held a whole ass press conference, I think, in front of the Freedom Tower too, because all these people that helped are not being helped later on in life. And that's sad. All of this shit is sad, bro. And, I hate to start the pod like this, but we're going to talk about hip hop's place here, because whether you remember or not, that 9/11, a few other 9/11s down the line, they've had significant hip hop moments, and we're going to go through all of that.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to think that people who helped 19 years ago still aren't getting the help that they need right now. And it makes it even more sad. So look, we can put a pin on it right there. You know, I'm sure that we're going to get back to it, especially when we get to, so at the end of the show, we're going to go through all of the 9/11 moments, right? So 9/11 happens, and this is the other part. This part is in part of this too. And this music is part of this too. Mm-hmm. Ghetto Fab and Blueprint dropped on 9/11. I have both those albums. Yeah. And listening to it again when we talk about it, it took me right back to those moments, man. And you know, I'm sure that it'll come back up. So you know, let's dust it off. Let's have some fun real quick. Hey yo, what the fuck? So we don't really have too many. Like I had one where, so Freddie Gibbs, right? Freddie Gibbs is such an interesting character, right? Not because we consider him one of the best rappers in the world right now with such a quality body of music, but because his IG stories are fucking hilarious, Trills. Like, so, Freddie Gibbs is posting stories about like, yo, I'm really high right now, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's funny, but he posts this one story of like Al Pacino doing a Dunkin' Donuts commercial. Bro, I lost it. I was crying laughing at this. I'm Dunkachino. Like, so me, I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta look this up. So I look it up on YouTube, and sure enough, it's there. What I didn't realize is from a movie called Jack and Jill. You know, I don't know if you guys remember. I think that's Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. Yeah. Please, guys, YouTube that Al Pacino commercial, man. If you want to laugh, that shit is pretty funny, man.
Man.
Yeah, but Gibbs, man. Gibbs don't give a fuck on his stories, man. He really don't, man. Like, he's clowning any and everybody, man. Like, his social media presence is so great right now, Trills.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we brought that up. Now, Trills, I got to hit this one, man. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Trills, you sent me a story, right? Or a video.
Yeah.
I saw the video already. I completely wiped it from my mind until you sent it back to me.
I had to, bro.
You had to. How old is this gentleman in question that we're talking about here? He's 19?
19.
Okay. The story is about a mom. She's telling a story. It's a news story, right? Is this a news story?
It appears to be, but you never know, right?
This information is all out there for you guys to find as well, too. Trust me, we're not making this up. This woman is talking about her significant other now. What you don't know is that her significant other is her 19-year-old son. Trills. Look. No, God! No, God, please, no! No! Go.
Yo, look, man.
This ain't 2020 either. That's some crazy shit. I'm not chalking that one up to 2020.
Nah, definitely not. Yo, there's so much odd shit about it. Like, okay, obviously incest is fucking weird as fuck, right? That goes without saying, right? But, like, the woman is actually crying that people won't accept it and that people are freaking out in her neighborhood about it. It's like, what the fuck did you expect? Bro. It's so weird, bro.
Bro. And now, you know, because we can keep it a buck, right? Now, when I log on to Pornhub or whatever it is, bro, all that's on there is brother, sister, mom. What's wrong with you people? Yep.
And then when they feel bad about it, because you can tell when they feel bad about it, then they try to do stepdaughter or stepsister. Or it's like, nah, fam. Like, y'all really are growing up looking at a close relative in your house and wanting to fuck them, bro. That shit is crazy, bro.
Look, yo, if my dad ever had a stepmom and she pulls up to the crib and is like, bust it down, that's different. That ain't my mom. I'm going to tell my pops after and be like, yo, she for the streets. You know what I mean? Like, that's different. You know what I mean? But this shit just, like, makes my skin crawl, bro. Like, I'm not out here judging people's preferences and what they want to do, whatever it makes them happy. This is wrong. This is wrong.
Yeah, man.
Now, and this isn't me. Like, I'm not religious. This ain't wrong in the eyes of God. This shit just wrong.
Yo, bro, she's like, yeah, sometimes he calls me mom and I'll still call him son. And it's like,
Yo,
What?
yo. Oh my God.
Like what? Like
Yo,
mom throw that ass back? Like
if you listen, yo, yo, we moving
yo,
on, yo. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm done here. I'm done with this shit,
yo,
bro.
there's so many D12 lyrics for this, bro.
That's so gross. That is so like it's not even like, yeah, yo, remember what is it? This dude, Bizarre.
Yeah, man.
Man talking about having sex with his grandma. Fuck is wrong with you, bro? Oh my God. All right. Good God, man. Hey yo, what the fuck? All right. This one's better though. This one's better. So if I tell you that something crazy happens and I tell you to pick a state, what state you gonna pick?
Florida.
Florida. Y'all know Florida man. Y'all know Florida man. Florida man, Florida woman, Florida man, woman. I read a story. Don't know how true it is. Don't care. I want to run with the jokes and we're going to let it fly. Even if it's fake, this shit going to be funny. A doctor got shot by his patient. Nothing funny about that, right?
Nah.
He shot his doctor because he had a prostate exam and he made the patient orgasm. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Yo. You know what this reminds me of? And you've seen Road Trip, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Right there. That
Yeah.
part right there. That part when they go to the sperm bank, Stifler's like, you know, trying to hit on the girl. The girl, he thinks he caught a vibe. She comes in the room. Yo, and she fucking takes 2 fingers and goes. and he has an orgasm. And he was like, that was awesome. Clearly, this 50-year-old gentleman from Jacksonville who was strapped on site. Right? What, do you have the gun in his pants down on the floor?
Sounds like a Florida thing.
Or the fucking, he had a holster like across his naked chest, like, you know what I mean? Like, as soon as it happened, the man turned and bang. Now look, good news, the doctor's fine. That's why I'm able to talk about this, if it's even true. We're just doing this shit for the jokes.
Right.
Trills, I think there's a large percentage of people that don't think that that's possible, and it really is.
Yeah, man. I think, like, even if this story isn't fake, man, I think there's somebody out there just trying to teach dudes about the male G-spot, bro. I think that's the agenda.
No. Look, why I say it's true, cool. Whatever you like, cool. Me, no. Not a chance. Not a fucking chance. I'll get my prostate exam in like 10 years. Close. You know what I mean? I think I should do it a little bit earlier, but I'm going to be like, bro, be easy with that finger. I don't want to. Everybody should get their prostate checked out, especially when you start to get closer to 40. Like you should, like that's not even like being funny. That's not a joke, right? But yeah, man, no, not a chance. Not knocking what you like, whoever you are. No thank you. No thank you.
But if you happen to like come during that, I feel like it's kind of a violation, bro. Because it's like, don't we know what not to touch or how deep to go
or how long to do it?
Yeah, like
this shit ain't just like one touch and it's like, ooh.
Like you gotta stimulate it.
Right, like you out here like, yo, like, are you tripping, bro? Like, yo, bro, is this done yet? Like that shit I'm like, are we done, yo? This is already You know that there's a Family Guy clip of that too, right? Where Peter Griffin goes to get his prostate exam or whatever. And when the doctor goes to put it, he's like, and he thinks he got raped. He charges him with rape. Like he goes to sue him for rape or whatever. You guys should check that clip out. It's pretty funny too. Like, but like he remembers it like black and white, like him throwing him up against like the pinball machine. What's that from? That terrible scene in that movie, whatever, with The Accused, right? Is that what it's called? Jodie Foster?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's not funny, but the Family Guy clip, kind of made it funny or whatever. So yeah man. Oof. Look. The reason that we don't have too much to talk about with that is because we have a lot to talk about for the rest of the show anyway. So, but yeah, man, those are some wild topics, bro. Hey, yo, what the fuck? All right. You want to talk some new music?
Absolutely.
We would be remiss in our Griselda Stan account if we did not highlight Conway's album. Trills, go first.
Yo, what
the fuck can we say that we haven't said already?
Say
something different.
Said. Like, bro, this is a hell of a fucking run for a label, bro. Like,
who has the best project so far?
Who has the best?
Out of all of them this year. This is Conway's third, I think, right? This year?
Yeah.
Gun coming again?
Yeah.
Boldy? Benny coming with Hit Boy? What is happening?
Yo.
Trills, can I ask you a question? How
Yeah.
come he gets to hold on to the gun?
Because he already got it.
Because I already got it, motherfucker. That breakdown on Doe and Damani. Bro, I want to punch windows out. I want to kick a hole in the door, bro. That Alchemist production.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, man.
How can you make Wu-Tang music in 2020 and still be lauded for being original, ahead of the pack? Like, again, what else can we fucking say? I'm not trying to, this is not a Griselda Stan account, guys. It really isn't, man. But if you're not listening to these projects, you are missing out.
How are you a fan of the genre, bro?
Exactly. And again, so many subgenres. Everything can't be all one thing. But man, I'm fucking blown away. Best feature on the album so far. What do you think?
Best feature? That is tough, man. I mean, Gibbs is a feature here, bro. It's hard.
I fucking love that record.
Yeah, bro.
Seeing everything with Jesus, that shit is incredible, man.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it was nice to hear Have and Banks.
That was the one I wanted to pull out of you. That's the one I wanted to pull out of you. And then the song's named Juvenile Hell.
Yeah.
That's such a fucking beautiful touch, man.
What a nod, yo.
Exactly, man. And for the uninitiated, Mobb Deep's first album is not The Infamous.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yep.
It's called Juvenile Hell.
Yep.
Now, it's not as polished as The Infamous and not as good as The Infamous.
But there's some shit there.
Isn't the original Shook Ones on there?
Yes.
Shook Ones 2 is on The Infamous.
Yep.
Please, guys, do the history. These little things, that right there got me excited. I look, Juvenile Hell featuring Havoc.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. They're from Buffalo.
Yep.
Why did they get it? I don't know what else to say, man.
And let's give them these props. Because why did it take Buffalo to do it? Why did it take Buffalo to hold Havoc and Prodigy over Pride Rock and say, look what they gave us? You know? Like.
But are you ready to have a deeper discussion then? Look, the album's incredible. We ain't got to say nothing no more or whatever. The whole shit's a banger. There's no fucking whack songs on it, okay? So you need to listen. You already know. I think we need to have a bigger discussion because you just opened Pandora's box right there. The reason the city doesn't do it is because there's too many people in New York City that want to fucking rap like everybody else. I'm looking dead in the camera and I'm telling you right now. Y'all dudes want to be spitting like fucking down south or whatever. That's fine. Do your thing. It can't be everybody. None of y'all are caping for the culture here and the golden age. Yeah. Like, why is it that we can go to Atlanta and they're in their own element? Like, all of that stuff, right? When we come up here, it's a bunch of New York dudes who do down south records, who are stealing flows, who are singing. What happened to the bars, bro? What happened to the Timbs and the grittiness? Like, I hate to sound like an old dude.
No, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah. And so many artists in New York, right? The issue is this, too. The artists in New York that are popping are young kids. Now, I don't want to all the way go in on them, right? Because you like what you like and you like what you were brought up around. But I'll take it a step further. A lot of these kids were around when 50 was around. Was 50 moving like that? Or was 50 doing things like that? Were the Locks doing things like that? No. So there is not this wide disconnect. The disconnect might be early 90s. We're talking about 2000s when we talk about 50. But still, y'all still don't get it.
Yep.
And right now, the city is in such a rut of continuously making down south records, continuously making records that are not sounding like New York. Like, if somebody told you that A Boogie with the Hoodie was it didn't tell you where he was from and you heard him, would you think he's from New York?
Most people wouldn't. I've heard people say that they didn't think so.
That's what I mean, man. Like, I understand shit's changing. right? I get it. You know, got the younger kids are into whatever they're into, and I don't want to knock them. But there's nobody right now doing it like that,
but
man. It's
you
a shame.
let's put the finger on this. There's a reason why Pop Smoke became what he became in a short period of time, and because Pop Smoke, regardless of how different the production is, Pop Smoke sounds like New York, and he sounds like 50 Cent. He sounds like what 50 brought to the game. And that is why New York quickly put Pop Smoke above everybody in the city, because it felt like New York.
I don't think there's any more that needs to be said on that. I think you just fucking hit the nail on the head on that one, man.
I mean, people need to follow suit.
Yeah, man. I mean, as much as everybody wants to say that nobody wants the old shit, there's a lot of people that clamor for that shit.
Everybody wants the familiar. Everybody wants it, bro. And if you can make something familiar and regional, you good.
Yeah.
You good money.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, man, like we get Griselda not afraid, right, to say this is what was beautiful about us. And that is what niggas in Atlanta and Louisiana and all these other places have always done. You not gonna run into an Atlanta rapper that say, Outkast, them niggas washed. Only here where you get a nigga to say, Nas, that nigga washed. And
you know why?
there lies the difference.
Hate. There's been so much unity across the country. And again, we'll say it again. I feel like it's a broken record. 50 Cent has a lot to do with the disconnect between the city, between the state, right? Buffalo's New York, but I'm talking about the boroughs. There's a huge disconnect with that, and 50 Cent has to share his his share of this. You beefing with Fat Joe? You beefing with Jadakiss? You beefing with Ja Rule? They all from your city, bro. I understand the Ja Rule thing. That's not rap beef.
Yeah.
The Fat Joe, the Jadakiss shit, all that shit stems from 50 being a giant at that point, right? 50 shooting shots at people who are standing near Ja Rule. Anybody. Remember, it all started with New York. Once New York dropped, piggy bank dropped. Boom. Yeah. You get hit right back. I'm not playing with y'all. And then we get 50 Cent taking his first loss because Checkmate by Jada is a fucking.
Oh yeah.
I went to Summer Jam that year.
Oh yeah.
D-Block Dipset. Jada starts it, and they cut his fucking mic off because he went over time. Yo, the whole stadium erupted in boos. And this is the height of my G-Unit fandom, right? Yeah. Like I was a fan of both, and I never had to pick sides.
Right.
Never.
Right.
And that's the shit that got me tight, because Jada using he called it Checkmate, but Jada using the you don't really fun, I'm an animal. That's how Alchemist beat too. Yeah. Hi, Alchemist. You continue to have a legacy that hopefully one day people will remember and realize how great you are. But 50 shot ya, fucking special delivery, like all of these disses back and forth, like those Street Wars mixtapes.
Oh man,
woo!
What a time, bro.
That's what made me want to rap. You know why? Because I wanted to take somebody's fucking head off every time that they like that's what, like when I first started, I was like, ooh, I hope somebody says something to me, because I'm you know what I mean? Like that's what got me into that. I eventually moved away from that when I understood that it's much more than that to create music. But that's what got me going, was being able to see these incredible battle records. And it started with the Rockefeller and D-Block beef. Mm-hmm. Beanie and Jada. You're talking about the best diss records of all time, probably. Like up there. And it's just, that's a beautiful time too. But 50 Cent deserves a lot of blame for why this city still, forever how long it's been, still can't get on the same page and do things like that. Just can't happen. Conway's album's fucking incredible, guys.
Incredible.
Like, I don't know what the fuck else to say, man.
It's incredible.
I'm trying not to listen to it.
I know, right?
Like, I'm like, I can't listen to this right now again. I can't do it again.
And also, like, you're trying not to, like, every single drive listen to a Griselda project. Like, every time you get in the whip, it's Griselda and shit. Like, your
really
girls start to go crazy. Like, yo, I'm not driving with you.
I'm looking through the albums thing. And I'm like, this one or this one or this. And I'm just like, like, and then I just go right back to Cookie Quiet. I'm like, all right, New Jersey Bounce. I need to change this shit. I got to change the whole shit up.
Yeah, man.
All right. You want to talk about 9/11 as far as hip hop goes and as far as its significance? Because from 9/11 in 2001, leading up to now, there's so many memorable moments, and I'm not going to start with Fab and Blueprint. I think we should leave that for the end.
Okay.
I'm going to start with something that you guys may not remember happened on 9/11. Kanye West and 50 Cent engage in this sort of press battle, right? Of albums coming out on the same day, which are 9/11. These albums were Kanye West's Graduation and 50 Cent's Curtis. Even in that moment, right? Kanye West right then at that point is probably my favorite artist right then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even in that moment, I don't know, you could tell me if I'm off. This reeked of desperation on 50 Cent's part. Let me explain. Kanye West didn't need to drum up any sort of controversy or anything like that. You know why? We just wanted the music.
Yeah.
You know? And we were drawn to it. College Dropout drop, million sold, out the door. No question.
Yeah.
Late registration, out the door.
Yep.
He drops Can't Tell Me Nothing as his first single. 50 Cent drops Amusement Park?
I Get Money.
I Get Money. Correct. Monsters. Thank you for correcting me there.
Yep.
Monsters. But I always felt like 50 right now is trying to make sure that he drums up the anticipation for this album.
Mm-hmm.
In no way did I ever think that 50 Cent this time was going to beat Kanye West in this sales competition. And he didn't. And it wasn't close. It really wasn't. I remember these albums because I used to work at Express. And, you know, Express isn't a hip-hop place. There was a few of us there that looked like hip-hop, but for the most part, the people that worked there weren't into that. So I would be by myself. You know, it'd be me and like it'd be two other black guys and like one other Spanish kid, and we were the only ones talking about it in the break room or whatever. But Trills, what sort of memories do you have like from this, right? Like the Rolling Stone cover, you know, the VMAs, like all that stuff, man. Like it was such a simpler time, but like tell me some of your thoughts on that.
Yeah, man, like first of all, like you said, complete smashes, man. I mean, like I Get Money almost restored the idea that 50 could still like really come with a hit single that was still street, and there was a possibility of him moving away from the mistakes he made on the Massacre.
I'm happy that you brought that up. I don't want to cut you off, but Candy Shop came out first and people didn't like that shit. I know I didn't.
Yeah. No. Yeah, so that's what that single did. Like it made us think like, oh shit, that just a little bit in that Candy Shop shit that he did, I think maybe he realized that was a mistake and we're going in a good direction, right? But with that said, bro, Can't Tell Me Nothing was different. It was different, bro. Like you gotta remember, Ye came off of an album that to some people, I'm one of those people, was better than the debut album.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially now. I agree with that, especially now.
Right. So, I mean, especially if you're like a rap connoisseur, right? You're like, oh shit, the sophomore was better. This shit's only gonna get better. So, like, we get this brooding song with an amazing visual. Yep. The video is incredible. And we got Jeezy ad-libs on it.
And that Toomp beat, man, that Toomp beat, that's Toomp in his bag right there. Like those loud, the drum, and then like the other thing is too, man. It's like it's so infectious.
Yep.
La 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 la. That anybody can relate to that. I Get Money is cool, and some of us can relate to that.
But who doesn't feel wait till I get my money right? Like who doesn't feel the celebration in that? Different. Just different, bro.
So let's talk about, so Kanye West wins his sales battle. But I don't think there's much discussion as to what's the better album here.
No.
There's a discussion that needs to be had that Graduation is a top 2 project. I think we're all in agreement that Dark Twisted Fantasy is apex Kanye.
Yes.
Okay. This might be his second best album.
To me, exclude Watch the Throne. It for sure is his second best album.
I think there's only one song I really don't like on it, and that's Homecoming.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The Coldplay hook didn't land with me back in the day, Right. I was just like, and then there's so many other fire songs on there. I'm just like, skip, like go. Like I get the song. I've been to concerts.
Yeah, we know what it was for, right? But yeah, I mean that.
Good. Like no, Good. I'm sorry.
No, I mean it works in context of the project. But if you're listening to it over again, just to get the feel of it, it's one of those tracks that you can omit. You're not gonna if you skip that, you're just like me and like you, right? Like, but it's a flawless project
for sure.
Drunk Girls is kind of weird now, but
I never liked that song. You're right, never liked that song. Sorry, Mos, didn't mean to do that, but I never liked that song. So there's two.
Because sometimes we know this about Kanye, right? Is that he tries to be funny. And sometimes his funny is like Will Ferrell making a song. It's like, it's weird, and you went like over the top.
Right. Will Ferrell got misses, like he ain't got and especially lately Will Ferrell got misses, but that's a whole other discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I want to dive. I think we already know about what we think about the Kanye. I want to dive a little bit more into Curtis. Curtis, honestly, when I got to listen to it again, I feel like it's a little bit underappreciated, right? I'll Still Kill. What's Straight to the Bank? Like this is his second best album probably. And
I like Before I Self-Construct. I like Before I Self.
Okay.
I do like that.
Okay.
I do like that.
Okay.
I might edge that over Curtis.
Okay. That was the next one. I love Man Down. Like, I Still Kill. AO Technology is where we started to lose me a little bit.
Yeah.
You started to lose me. And also, I heard you say just a little bit. I just want to make sure that I'm on record saying that's my favorite song on the Massacre. Don't care. Let's argue. Straight to the Bank. Moving On Up's the shit. Moving On Up is the shit. Russell Wilson in the beginning. All you really need is a drum beat, and that's it. And that shit comes in crazy, man. Like, Fully Loaded Clip is the shit. That Havoc beat is incredible, man.
Yeah.
I don't even like, I know there's a lot of people that don't like Peep Show, but there's something about that song that I like. I don't know why. It might be a guilty pleasure when you're breaking it down. Like, yeah, like what's the other great one, man? Oh, Curtis 187 is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
There's so many good songs on here, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know what it is that made me feel like 50 Cent needed to drum this up because of, I guess, waning interest. And I don't know why. I don't know why I believe that.
I mean, look, man. I mean, it's not unexpected. I think it's something that somebody that sold so many goddamn records on his debut album would wind up doing. I mean, you can't imagine how it felt, right, to get the reception that Massacre got after such an explosive album. That couldn't have.
Right. The Massacre was just like, it fell under its own expectations because of the first one, right? And then you drop Piggy Bank on top of that. And then remember, like, this is the Interscope machine.
Yeah.
Behind this man.
Mm-hmm.
MTV, anytime you turn on MTV, it's 50 Cent, 50 Cent. Remember, he had that big-ass Sway interview that they did all that? Like, I can remember that shit off the back of my hand, like, right now, you know? All of that led up to the massacre.
Yeah.
And then Curtis comes, and it's just like, I felt like, you know, I Get Money is dope, but then when I got the album, like, I liked it, but I went right back to Kanye.
Yep.
You know, like, I went right back to Graduation.
And that's hip hop. That's the tide changing, and you gotta really have like the crazy boogie board, bro, and try to find your way onto what the wave is. And 50 was just kind of behind it at this point.
I have a question. Did Kanye West kill gangster rap with this victory?
That's a good question, man. Let's think. 2007.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know if I could officially say that.
He contributed.
But he helped.
Yes.
100%.
He started it with the College Dropout. And then I think once he took the W on 50, it kind of is the sign of the times. And it's like the passing of the torch, right?
Yep.
And I think that's what I meant by it.
And even if you were already a rapper that people had known for being harder, you had to polish it up after this. And you had to go poppy. Like, Lil Wayne has never been more poppy than after these drops. Like, yeah, man, it definitely shifted everything. I mean, not before long we get Drake. It's all different.
Yep. Can we talk about Barry Bonds? That song is fucking incredible, man.
It's incredible. Everything about it.
Yeah, like, and I wasn't even a big Lil Wayne fan, you know? But suck my fat bitch. At the end, like, I was just like, yo, like I couldn't believe it, man. So that's just one of the things that's happened on 9/11, right? Yeah. Trills, let me ask you something. Did you have a routine, like, when you used to get out of school when we were kids and you know, and, like, as far as, like, what you would watch when you got home? You know, like, we would get home, what, 3 o'clock, 3:30, right, 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
Would there be something that you would automatically turn to watch?
I mean, bro, we talking about this time and rap history, bro. If you did not come home wanting to watch 106, I don't know where you from, bro.
Woo! So, also on a 9/11, or very close. If it's not 9/11, it's 9/13. It's really close. Same week. They were working on it on 9/11.
Yeah.
106 in Park debuts. For the first time, Trills, our culture has a show that's like TRL, right?
Yep.
So before 106, I used to rush home to watch TRL, and for what? They would have one hip hop song on there, and
Jay-Z, Eminem,
right, and 30 or Nelly, and 35 Backstreet Boys, and I don't know why, right? Something about, did it make number one again? You know, like, this is a different way to consume music. If you're younger than us, you're probably like, what the hell are you talking about? But we've never had anything like that until this. Free and AJ.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Who's Mr. 106 in Park, Trills?
Gotta give it to Bow Wow,
man. Bow Wow!
Gotta give it to him.
This is Bow Wow, B2K's platform. So now our culture has to showcase the boy bands. B2K's on number one on everything. Bump, Bump, Bump Drops is going number one, right? Yeah. Freestyle Friday.
Yep.
Like, the people coming on the show. 106 in Park was such a gift to us as kids. We can clown it all we want now, but there's no way that you remember how this happened and not feel the same way that we do if you're in the same age group as us.
Yeah.
Free had a fatty, boy. Holy shit, man. Good God. Even as a kid, I used to be like, goodness gracious, what the hell is...
Insane, bro. And it just grew and grew and grew, bro. Like,
look, because we always tie it back to Chappelle, because Chappelle's our guy, right? Remember season 3, and he's going to get the cut, and he's in Jamaica, and the TV's on, and it's 106 in Park. And he's like, and AJ's like, shout out to Dave Chappelle, who just signed a deal for $50 million. Yo, and he looks, he's like, He's like, oh, they be lying like shit on TV. Yo, then the dude's like, he's like, how much I owe you after the cut? He's like, $11,000. He's like, come on, man. The chalkboard say 8, man. But that's the significance, right? Like, that's the way we used to get our news in that time, too, man. The Freestyle Fridays, I couldn't wait for shit like that. Like, this is such an important show to us. Yeah. Such an important show. And there's not much like that out there anymore because people don't watch videos anymore. You know, like, it's just, man. You know, this is something that's different. I think you brought up a great idea, and I'm running with it. Instead of doing our top 5 song picks, right, we're going to do top 5 106 and Park era song picks. We should do that now. I don't want to double back to that later. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I mean.
Go for it. I need time. It's too much. It's too much. You got to think about the time. There's so much great music.
Oh, my God, bro. When I said it, I was like, damn, bro, how am I going to pick 5 of them?
5? Go.
So, I mean, I'm just picking 5 that, I mean, this is what it's about, right?
Right.
I'm just going to pick 5 that really, really meant something to me when they were on, right?
For sure.
So I'm going to start with A. Marie, Why Don't We Fall in Love?
Talk about it.
Very, 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 very special song, man. I don't even want to get into my feelings about it.
I love that album.
That album is incredible. A lot of females that went on to become, let me say women, a lot of women that went on to become mega, mega pop stars didn't even have a sound before A. Marie's album.
Important.
Very, very fucking true. All right, so Why Don't We Fall in Love? After that, I'm going to go into Lucy Pearl's Dance Tonight.
I want to dance tonight. You better cut this whole shit up with all the clips. I don't give a, like, we're going to, if this video becomes 3, 4, 5 minutes that we post, I don't care. Post it.
Let's do it.
Yep.
After that, I got to go with Usher, You Don't Have to Call.
That's the shit, man. I love that song. That's 8701. That's Pharrell. Pharrell's gonna be on this list. You're gonna see Pharrell. You're gonna hear Pharrell a few more times.
I almost did all 5 Neptune songs. I almost did it, but I said, let me save that.
Right, but how could you not though? The Neptunes ran it.
They ran 106 and Park's Countdown.
Yes, and if it wasn't them, it was Kanye.
Yep.
Keep going.
So I'll go now into Hoes. I Just Want to Love You, Give It to Me.
Of course,
incredible video. R.I.P. to Pops Witherspoon, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Bang, bang. Yeah, I remember that now. Damn, too. Yeah, man.
And I'll wrap it up with Clips Grinding, man.
Woo! You wilding with these, man.
Bro, we banged on all the tables because of 106, bro.
Yo, that's another reason why people want to rap. They just wanted to rap on that.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
All right. You know what? I'm going to go left a little bit. You know what I think of when I hear 106 and Park? I think of Stunting is a Habit, Get Like Me. Hey, you ever see the Chevy with the butterfly doors?
Yeah, bro.
David Banner. Chris Brown, Get Like Me. I just mentioned B2K. This isn't one of my favorite songs, but if you're talking 106 and Park, you're talking B2K and you're talking Bump, Bump, Bump.
Yeah. That shit ran for months, probably.
Thank you, Jay-Z, also for putting that freestyle on your S. Carter collection.
Yeah, man.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, man.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Let's dip more back into Kanye West. And this is Twista. Give me slow jams.
Yes.
Give me slow jams.
Yes. You want to talk about, this is one of the moments, bro, this isn't said enough. This is one of those moments where people that were just casual listeners of rap started paying attention to production. That beat blew people's minds, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So what am I at, 3?
Yep.
Let's keep going. Past the Cavassier Part 2.
Yeah.
Incredible video. And if y'all never seen Harlem Nights, then you don't get it. Yeah. My pinky toe, you dirty mother. Yo, the best part is Diddy looking at him. He goes, I do it again. He's like, do it again. And Busta stomped on her whole corn, yo.
Hard as hell, bro.
And then if we're talking 106 in Park, we would be remiss without adding Nelly and Hot in Here. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah. And how many Neptunes records did I pick? Bro, look through this list and try to tell me that you can pick 5. I'm looking at Hotel. I'm looking at Senorita. I'm looking at Beautiful. Like,
oh my God, bro. Like I had even pulled out shit that people wouldn't even think. Like I got fucking Dip It Low on here, Country Grammars on here, Mystical Shake Your Ass on here, Girls Them Sugar. Like
I got one for you that's a little bit random. This didn't make my 5. Who out there remembers Gorilla Black?
Yeah, Compton.
Ooh! People were so mad.
Business, just like EPMD. I'm like, yo, come on, bro.
Bro, stop rapping like Biggie. Cut it out.
It was too far. It was too far,
See,
bro.
The shine thing we talked about. The shine thing is sometimes your voice just sounds like that. Nah, man, you're not about to be big and fat and rapping like that, bro. That shit don't make... And you from Cali?
Bro, it was the same pocket, same cadence, same patterns.
Bro, Gravy is jealous at how much he sounds like Biggie.
Yeah.
Yo, but I thought it was good to talk about that, man, because it's like I started to think about it, and it's like it's okay to clown that shit now because we're like, yo, you know, whack ass 106 in Park. Nah, man, like that shit meant something back in the day to us.
Absolutely, bro. Like, I mean, not just giving us our music in a different way, right? Because you couldn't hear everything on the radio, right? The radio was selective. 106 got you to hear something different.
Here's one that I never would have known without 106 and Rap City. What a fucking pairing. The Basement and then 106.
Yes.
You literally didn't move from your TV.
No.
You know?
No.
The person that it got me to notice Rap City and 106 in Park, Ludacris.
Yeah.
I never would have heard What's Your Fantasy. They weren't playing that on the radio up here.
No. Without BET, we wouldn't have gotten it, bro. Like, it swayed the music market for us. And my God, man, like
people up here were running to go get that album. Atlanta artists.
Oh yeah.
And that has to do with the video.
It has everything to do, bro. When I saw What's Your Fantasy video, my mind was fucking blown.
Yep.
For many reasons, right? Not just like that this guy could really fucking rap, but it also was a different look at the South because we've had other looks at the South, right? But this was colorful. It was more fun. The women were fire. And I remember when that video first dropped, shorty that was in the bubble bath shit, her whole ass was out. They chopped that after they realized.
Right, I was about to say, so here's the thing about network television, right? There was 2 versions of videos. Yeah. You know, like they'll show the one that they show on 106 in Park and they'll make sure they cut it off. But if you were able to catch that video late at night.
You remember Fiesta video?
I do and I don't want to remember it for obvious reasons. Correct?
Right. I mean, now we look back and we're like, God damn, I wonder what actually happened on that set. Yep. But
that's why I didn't include Hotel.
Yeah, that's why I didn't. Yeah, I omitted all of Old Boy's shit.
Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is to omit him from this discussion and that time? Because Chocolate Factory came out right during that time.
Yep.
And at that point, you know, TP.com, you know, I Wish, those are 106 in Park classics.
Absolutely.
I'm like going down the rabbit hole now. Of
Bro,
like,
the one I really wanted to put on my list.
Step?
Nah.
Oh, all right.
Up in the Club because of that button verse.
Oh, Marcus Houston, you know how I'm doing it like I do it. Ooh.
Yo, this is Jump Off Joe, bro.
This is Joe Beasy. Ooh. He had the Padres jersey and shit, man. See, this is why
Let's
we're wearing
talk
the
about
jersey.
him bodying that. Like,
Right,
come on,
right.
bro.
This is why we're wearing the jerseys, right? This is it right here. I bought this $450 fucking Yankee jersey in a size 60. God help me. This shit is a Mitchell and Ness with the fucking World Series patch.
And you still haven't grown into it.
Hell no, I'm swimming in this shit. Let me stand up real quick. Look at this shit, bro. What were we thinking? It was the stop.
That was it, man.
I low-key wanted to go, I know I have a bin in my closet, right, of oversized basketball jerseys, too. And I was like, oh, I want to go and look. And I was like, you know what? I just looked at my closet. The reason that I keep this hung up is because it is a Derek Jeter rookie jersey.
Right.
What I just came to the conclusion of when I put it on is I need to get this shit put in a frame or something.
Good idea.
I'm not going to sell this shit to nobody. I might as well display it.
Yeah.
Man, we spent so much money on jerseys.
Man. Thousands of dollars.
Right. When we found that bootleg jersey spot, though, in the city, that little warehouse, the game changed. Yo, where you coming out with these jerseys from? Fam, I got it, man. You already know what it is, you know? Like, I had the D-Wade before he played a game for the That shit was crazy. People were like, yo, I don't even know who that is. I was like, man's dropped a triple-double in college. You about to get to know Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I want to find that Heat jersey. That shit was fire. And you know what's funny? Is during this time that all these jerseys are popping, right? You know me, huge sports nut, right?
Right.
This shit had me, as a Knicks fan at the time, had me wearing Miami Heat jerseys and fucking Bulls jerseys. I want to throw up thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like, as a 49er fan, y'all had me out here wearing fucking Rams jerseys and Seattle Seahawks jerseys and Green Bay Packers jerseys. That's gross. Never. When you're young and you're dumb, spending all this money on the ops jerseys.
Yep.
Just because you want to be fresh.
Just for the swagginess, bro.
Boy, the first day of school when I pulled up with that white-ass Clippers Lamar Odom jersey, I thought I was floating. I thought I was floating through the halls, bro. Like, that's a simpler time. Remember Remix the Kicks?
Oh, yeah.
Had people painting their Air Forces and shit.
Oh, yeah.
What a beautiful time to be alive.
Yeah, man.
All right. That was a good discussion. I like that one, actually. All right. So let's get to it, right? We'll leave the blueprint for last. I think we should talk about Fab's first album. Fab's first album came out in 2001. It is now 2020.
Yep.
And we're still getting Fab.
Yep.
Trills, what are your thoughts now that you get a chance to listen to this again? Not your initial thoughts. When you listen to it again, what are your thoughts?
You know what? Like, because I remember the album well, right? And I was thinking to myself, like, yo, some of this is going to sound so dated. And I wasn't wrong about that.
Not at all.
And I'm like, yo, Fab's bars deserved so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Desert Storm, come on, bro. Like, y'all did my boy wrong. But y'all spent the bread on Timbo and Pharrell.
Yes.
That's where the bread went.
Youngin still hits. That shit is still hard.
What?
I don't give a fuck. I was Harlem shaking in the shower.
Keeping it gangster still hard. Yep. Like, Trade It All still works.
Yep.
Can't deny it is insane.
Like, the bad guy, like, there's a lot of good songs on here, but
there's a lot of good songs for sure.
Right now and later on, let's go, Timbo.
Yeah,
that's a bag right there. Like, that's the pot right
there. Yeah.
I swear to God, you took the words out of my mouth, bro. Like, as far as, like, this sounds so dated now in 2020.
I can't believe that Clue gave this man that beat for his intro.
Yeah.
Clue.
Yeah, I know.
Clue.
I know.
You watched so many Hove intros in your life.
And you let him start his shit like that. And he's from Brooklyn. Here's the thing. That Ja Rule feature, that shit sounds like super, super, super 2001. Like,
yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. I was like, skip. I was like, I don't even want to hear this again. Like, I really don't.
Yeah, man.
and this is Fab early on, right? So like, I think that we also need to, give him some credit because not everybody comes out of the gate with a classic.
Oh no.
Right? I loved this album when I was a kid.
I still think it's a solid album. I think chop 5 of these songs off and you got a fantastic album.
That's a really good point. This might be his best overall project. It's either this one,
Right.
Or it's Loso's Way probably for me.
Okay.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
There's one more that I'm missing. I know for a fact.
We can't count Soul Tapes or any of that shit.
Soul Tapes are his best bodies of work, but that's not an album.
Right.
I gotta look it up because I know there's one more that I'm missing that I really liked. Not Street Dreams. The Young OG project's got some shit on it.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
I like that one too. That might be so. That's right after Loso's Way. So right. We could that's either up to you, your preference. I feel like it's 5 years after Loso's Way though.
Yeah.
That's a different Fab.
Yeah.
And I can't believe that album's 6 years old. God, where is its time going? Oh my God, man. This album's 19 years old. We'll turn 20 next year. We're not gonna review it next year. But here's the other thing. It's funny how kids interpret things. It's funny how kids say things. Like, you think that grown people have hot takes? Listen to a kid talk to you about hip hop.
Yeah.
I had people in my face because I am well renowned in my school, around my circle of friends as the Hove enthusiast, the Rockefeller stan.
Uh-huh.
I had people look me dead in my face and tell me that Ghetto Fabulous is better than The Blueprint. I couldn't even. Like, I was just like, I was like, I can't even talk to you right now. Like, I can't. You hype off of the new guy. And now we could dip into The Blueprint. Let's just do it. You hype off the new guy. And after listening to this album again, Trills, I can't believe I know every single fucking word, not even skipping a beat. Like, I went and I did my run. And, bro, I know every single word. I do. Yeah. I do.
Mm-hmm.
There's Reasonable Doubt and The Blueprint. I think we can agree, right? This is the discussion. This is what we need to get to. We don't need to tell you anything about the album. You already know. From The Ruler's Back all the way to Mama Loves Me and all the way to the 2 bonus tracks that I hope you made sure you listened to and stayed on towards the end. Front to back is Jay-Z at the highest level of rapping, song making, insight. This is it. This is it.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to me. Like, and the worst part about it, and it all comes back to Kanye, is Dame finds Kanye and gets Jay into this pocket where this album is minimal as far as tracks go. As far as bangers go, they got him. But there's something about Mama Loves Me that is so fucking, like, haunting.
Yeah.
When I'm listening to it, it's just like, I don't understand how a guy who had been around for so long, at the time was able to still be that good. Or be, like, again, you're getting better. The discussion that we need to have is this Jay-Z's best album?
Yo, it's a very valid argument, man. I mean, look, there's a certain dexterity and complexness about his first album. We know that, right? It's an intelligent album. It's a brilliant album. Here on The Blueprint, I think it's just as intelligent. I think it's just as poignant, but I also think it gets more personal. And that's really fucking important. Like you said, Mama Loves Me is a look into the man's actual life and family that doesn't involve drugs or something.
Kitchen table. That's where I honed my skills. Made me believe this shit was real.
Real. And not and the touch, right?
Yep.
Like it's brilliant. It's a brilliant fucking album, bro. And even when he's stunting on us, it still feels heartfelt. Like, All I Need feels very heartfelt. It's probably one of my favorite whole records of all time.
Talk about it.
It's fucking perfect, bro. Perfect, bro.
I think it's important to talk about everything surround. All right, so the 9/11 thing. This is what clued me right back into. Like I jumped. I feel like I took a time portal like right back, and I started to get all those anxious feelings and stuff like that because I remember. I remember trying to sit there and listen to that shit to try and like, yo, calm down, you know, and it wasn't doing the job for me, you know. But I think there's other circumstances that we need to talk around this album. The second song on this album is The Takeover.
Yeah.
This moment right now for Jay-Z, this is Jay-Z putting Prodigy on the Summer Jam screen. This is Jay-Z getting Michael Jackson to come out of Summer Jam.
Yep.
This is, and let's get unpopular, Takeover's the better diss record than Ether. Change my mind.
Bro. Only the delusional. You are delusional, bro. Like, whoever you're more of a fan of is a whole nother thing. Ether's production is nothing like this.
Thank you! Yo, I swear to God, yo, I feel like I sent you everything. That Ether beat by Ron Browse, remember? Oh, pop champagne. That Ron Browse sounds like it was made on a fucking PlayStation.
It does.
The reason that people were hype on that song wasn't because of the beat or anything like that. It's because you were hyped to hear Nas going that hard.
Yes. Yes.
And if you would have put that record against Takeover, now we have a different discussion. And remember, you only get half a bar. Fuck y'all. But it doesn't go against Takeover. It goes against Super Ugly.
Right.
And when you compare those two records,
right,
that's where the disconnect comes.
Right.
But Takeover is the better produced song with the rock sample.
Yes.
Versus can still play this shit. ROC running this rap shit. That's it, bro.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
But y'all were hype at the time because you hadn't heard Nas be that angry. You hadn't heard Nas spit like that. Remember, this is a beautiful time. This is on the heels of Nas leaving Summer Jam, going to Power 105 and going up there and doing some whole other shit. Like, I had never seen Nas act this way, right? Going straight to the radio station and then just going off. Even to the point of attacking Hot 97, who wouldn't allow him to lynch the Jay-Z dog.
Right.
Saying things about Angie Martinez's records. Remember Angie used to rap?
Yep.
If I could go away.
Hey man, I didn't hate it.
No.
I did hate her bringing Sicario.
Oh my God, yo, you keep stealing my shit, bro. I'm gonna talk before you. Y'all don't remember Sicario, bro?
We didn't need Sicario, bro. That beat was fire though for his first single.
That's a gem right there, yo. That is a gem, yo. That shit really made me laugh right there. But there's more circumstances around this album that you need to consider. This isn't just a great album. This is all of these moments mixed in with them. And
yep.
Look, albums with stories. Renegade. Trills, walk me through Renegade. Tell me how it happened. How did this song come about? Tell me.
I mean, yo, the fanboys, yo, this is the thing that Hov always has to deal with, right? Is that, first of all, if you are a real hip-hop fan and you have something against Jay-Z, you are just weird. You're just weird. Because all of your favorite rappers love Hov. So what the fuck is your problem? That's one. Even before Prodigy left this earth, he said he loves Jay-Z.
Yeah.
But this is one of the things that he faces, right? Is that they get so mad that this should be a Royce and Eminem song. Everyone should know the Royce and Eminem version. They get so fucking tight, bro.
Thank you for bringing that up. And that's exactly right. I didn't even have to lead you to that one. I knew you knew that shit. And let's be clear. I didn't learn that till later on. Till we got Napster and I got a cable modem. And I started downloading Renegade. And then I get this version with Eminem and Royce the 5'9". Eminem, same verses.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing I want to discuss with you.
Yeah.
So Eminem at this time probably has a relationship with Jay.
Yes.
And he's like, yo, here's this record, right? He had a falling out with Royce.
Mm-hmm.
This is I'm taking Royce off this record. Let's talk. Put this on your album.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow a song that Eminem crafted with Royce the 5'9" in Detroit fits perfectly on the blueprint.
Yep.
I guess the real debate that has to come in here. Does Hov get washed on his own record? Because Nas used that shit against him.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So I'm a believer as a writer, right, that when people come on to songs together, they have positions to play to make a record a full record. When you have M and you have Hov, they're two positions to play. M's for this set of people, Hov's for this set of people. This verse is for the trailer park. This verse is for the projects. Not to mention, we both don't want to get into the same cadences. We both don't want to get into the same pockets. We want this to be an interesting song. So for me, when we go into songs like these, no one gets washed unless the bars are completely trash.
Talk about it.
Literally said nothing. Nothing made sense. You completely are off beat. Like, you just have to fucking flub the whole shit. Hov's bars are brilliant here. They are very impactful in what he's trying to portray. We still get some heartfelt moments from him. This is not a trash verse.
No.
So this comes to matter of taste. I think Eminem even says that in his goddamn verse, that it's a matter of taste. So it's what you prefer. You prefer, you want it to be more wordy, and you want the flow to be quicker, or you want it to be this or that or this or that. I think both of them played their parts on that songs. I don't think anyone washes anyone. I don't prefer a verse over the other. Hov's verse is more relatable to me as somebody that dwelled in projects across New Jersey and New York. So it's, that's what it boils down to for me.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And I think it's interesting that Jay-Z got this song with Eminem's verses on it and then had to craft the song around that. Like, it's not like they were in the studio, not like they were in the studio. He spit it, then I'll spit.
Right.
Like, I'm like, okay. Like, he had it and he had to live with it.
This is Hov, right? Hov is whether people want to believe it or not, I don't know how you can't believe it at this point. Hov's a smart guy. He knows that trying to out-rap him on this song is stupid. It's talking to audiences, and I think he knew that.
Yeah. Do you fools listen to music, or do you just skim through it? Like,
right?
Literally your opening bars. I'm a poet to some, a modern day Shakespeare.
Right.
Jesus Christ, the last, it's, oh my God, like, it's a beautiful pairing. And then, like, this song is a little bit more near and dear to me because and it's so crazy how much I tell you, like, I'm not a fan of Eminem's music and how much I was a fan of Eminem's music.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
When I was younger, Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem show, like, that's me peak, like, almost trying to dye my hair, like, acting like Stan type shit, like right there, honestly. But I went to a concert at Jones Beach, which was during Eminem show, and Eminem has the carnival. This is Eminem, biggest in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Has the money for this budget and everything to do it. And the Renegade parts come on, and we're just like, oh, whatever, he's about to do it. Hov pops out. I can't believe that, how many times outside of when they did those concerts, the one in Detroit and the one in Yankee Stadium, how many times can you say that they've performed that song? It's less than 5.
Yeah.
Less than 5.
Yeah.
And if they did, you don't have video of it. You either had to be there or you didn't get it. And I was there for that. Jay-Z pops out, and I start screaming the lyrics at the top of my lungs, and I lose it, man. And that song it was always my favorite because Eminem was on it, and I'm like, oh my God, Jay-Z and Eminem on the same song. The other thing is, when you got the CD packaging, that shit didn't say featuring Eminem. You kind of got that at the end there. You were like, what? Like, you had to, like, go back, like, This is, again, another way that we consume music. You get the CD. You fucking open up the book. You start looking through it. We don't do that anymore. That's not part of the process.
Yep.
The part of the fun was going to the store, buying it, looking through the book while you listen to it, and sometimes that book would actually have all the lyrics in it.
Yep.
Y'all don't know nothing about that?
Yeah, man.
Don't give me my fucking gray hair, beard, and my cane, because I'm sounding like that. But I don't care. One more question for you. God, just looking at this track list. Lyrical exercise. Bonus record? if I found it by accident.
Yeah.
I let it play. I walked out the room, and then all of a sudden,
yeah.
And then I'm looking around like, what the fuck? I look, and it's 7 minutes into the song.
Yeah.
And boom, we have another record. That record goes off, and you get the Girls, Girls, Girls remix.
Yep.
Different ways to consume music. People used to hide songs on albums. They don't do that shit no more.
Nah.
But lyrical exercise is probably like, this is Jay-Z, like, this is exactly what he's talking about. This is Jay-Z deadlifting on you. Like, just fucking deadlifting on you. Like listen to this beat, and I'm gonna fucking spaz all over this shit. The other beautiful part is
it's slept on. His concepts are slept on. Like, people think that the man is just the floss rapper, but they never talk about how he constructs songs.
Trills, I am killing them out there. They needing first aid because your boy got more sixes than first grade. You know how simple that is and brilliant?
Yep.
I'm sorry, guys. We love Jay-Z. Grant's punching the air right now. I will cut the clip and send it to her. Be like, we kind of poked holes in your theory, buddy.
I mean, come on, man.
But my goodness, man. So I think that I need to answer the question myself. And I don't want to get taken with the moment because we did do reasonable doubt. But listening to this, because of the circumstances around it, because of my age when I got it, this is Jay-Z's best album. This is Jay-Z's best rapping and song producing. Kanye West gets in the fold. You don't know.
How many songs go that crazy in an arena?
Thank you. He look, Jay-Z, I've seen him so many times. Jay-Z starts with PSA.
Yep.
But when You Don't Know comes on,
yep,
women are about to punch you in the face because they wilding like that.
Yep.
And it's like, that's what I mean. Like, it's 20 years about to be next year. This album doesn't sound dated, and it's going to live on forever. And this is, for me, top of the line Jay-Z, best of the best Jay-Z, and I don't think he's ever been better in a whole project than this.
Bro, rumor has it the Blueprint Classic couldn't even be stopped by Bin Laden, so September 11th marks the era forever of the
revolutionary Che Guevara. Yo, stop playing. Stop playing with Hov, bro. Like I don't understand you. I don't understand you young dudes, man. Stop playing. If y'all don't get it, I can't teach it to you. What did the kids say? If you know, you know. But you don't know. Ooh, you like that bar, son? Boom. All right. 1 hour, 17 minutes. I think we should pick 5 songs too. Let's do both. Let's do the 106 and Park songs, and let's do 5 songs.
Let's do it. Why not?
All right. Cool.
Why not?
All right. I'm going first because you're not taking all of my Conway songs. Doe and Damani. I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm not even going to say nothing. When I posted in the story, listen to it, because I'm going to post it after the switch up. Even the first beat is fucking.
Oh my God, bro. What a opener, bro.
I'm not even trying to I love the second part, but that's not me downplaying the first part. Mm-hmm. What you mean? Doe and Damani. Thank you, Alchemist. Thank you. Never change. That's another Blueprint one. I didn't do that on purpose. We're on a roll right here. Let me dip into my ignorant bag. Yo, this Says Something Money Bag. Yo, record. Oh my God. Low key, every time I hear a Money Bag Yo song, I'm like, damn, this shit is hard.
Yeah.
Like, on the album that he just had, there's a joint on there called Them People Freestyle. Big bag, got these people big mad. That's it. It goes stupid. This song is incredible. And I got to say that I got put onto this song because a lot of women are posted in their stories when they want to put on this shit. And I was like, oh shit, the fuck am I missing here? I act like I'm up on it. All right. I found a new group and it popped up because of all the new records that came out on Friday. They're called Spillage Village. They got a record with JID and Earth Gang. You're smiling because you probably picked it.
Definitely picked it.
This record is dope, man.
It's fire, bro.
This record is fucking dope. I was waiting to get my hair cut, and I was like, oh. Like it came on because I like what I do is I go through the new songs and I play them, and if it's whack, I skip. And then like this one came on, and I'm like, I looked at my phone, I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck is this?
Yeah.
This shit's hard.
Yeah.
Let me dip into my R&B bag. I hope I'm not stealing this one from you either. This new Usher record's dope. People, wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. This Bad Habits Usher record is dope. Wake the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
One more Conway record. I'm taking the Gids joint. Seen Everything But Jesus. That's it. The verses, and everything all together. This Conway record is fucking incredible, man. I'm trying not to listen to it. I don't want to burn it.
Yeah.
So those are my 5. I didn't mean I probably stole 4.
All right, so the Spillage Village record, necessary, man.
Yeah, man.
Doe and Damani.
Damn.
Had to. It's just, so I'm still listening to The Lox, man. So gave it to him. It's one of my favorite joints from that project. Still listening to Dave. Believe it or not, I'm loving Dave East's album, bro. I think Dave and Young M.A. need to come together and make a project together. I think that'd be a good idea.
Can we talk about, real quick, I don't want to go on a tangent. Young M.A. is not getting the respect that she deserves.
No, because M.A. can rap, but there's got to be something more to it. Same like we're saying with East, right? Is he can rap, but there's got to be something more to it. And I think the combining of them might give them a look that they need. They just need a look. They just need something that takes them over the I can rap edge.
Isn't it so funny that Young M.A. is more New York than New York dudes?
Yeah.
Keep going.
So Stone Killer, man. Dave East and Benny the Butcher.
Shit.
Let that song.
Shit. Yeah, man. Shit.
And bro, like I'm scrolling, like, you know, just looking for shit to listen to, and like Clips, The Funeral is on the platforms now. Yeah.
Wait, the second album?
Not the album, the first single for their first album that never was released.
Oh.
That joint where they're like in the cemetery and they're carrying the, like, I was like, yo, The Funeral is what? Like,
there's so many gems that come onto the streaming platforms, man. Like the other thing too, man, is like, okay, I love the freedom that streaming platforms give you, but the true people back in the day before we had anything like this or any sort of internet, you found the gems yourself.
Yep.
You had to buy mixtapes. You had to buy everything. You had to dig and dig and dig and dig and dig.
Yep.
I was never good at just taking what was out there, like just the mainstream shit. I couldn't. It's not enough.
Well, yeah, exactly. You have like an appetite, like, right. And radio and shit's not feeding the appetite. Like, you know that there's more out there, and you do what you had to do to get it. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So,
man. I mean, is that 4 or 5? You got one more.
4 or 5, man.
Yeah, man. I thought this was a really good one, honestly. Again, you know, wasn't trying to make light of 9/11 or anything like that. It's just
no, but you know, look, this is a running thread through our show that I might add many people aren't doing, is that we recognize that this culture and our music is always there through the hard times, bro. Like anytime something's fucked up, we got our music.
Yeah.
And the artists always give it to us. Like those 2 albums didn't have to be released during 9/11. They could have pulled them back, right? But this is who we are. I mean, like we are people that know struggle, and the music has come out of struggle. So we understand that it's something that helps people, right? So that's why we got Ghetto Fabulous and we got the Blueprint, regardless. And it's something we've been seeing all 2020 is that the artists keep giving us beautiful music and shit to talk about and to be excited about. And I mean, anytime we get to talk about that, we'll talk about it.
For sure, man. For sure. And, you know, again, like you said, the escape. I've got the madness of all this hanging over my head about 9/11. And I'm trying to listen to Jay-Z to, you know, get me out of that. You know, like I still had the wherewithal in that day to still go to the record store and still pick up both projects, because the worst thing that you could be in school was not up on whatever was brand new.
Yeah.
Like if that album came out on a Friday and you left school and you didn't bring it and you couldn't talk about it on Monday.
Yep.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I never wanted to be like that. And, you know, I always had to defend my love for hip hop because people thought I was white when they first met me.
Right.
Right. You know, like, you know, I used to hate, oh, well, what does the white boy know about it? Well, a lot and way more than you. Like I used to have 7 size 13 Timberland boxes filled with CDs.
Mm-hmm.
No joke.
Yeah.
No joke.
Yeah.
And if you think that that's stupid, I'll tell you why it's not. Because when I moved out on my own and I took all those CDs with me, one day I needed money. And there was this place that would buy CDs from you. I got a hefty piece of change. Now, look, I sift through the ones I wasn't about to just give away. But this is when iPods were popular.
Yeah.
You know, when I turned 21, like iPods were popular. So I sift through the ones and I was like, I'm keeping these because they mean something to me. But everything was already downloaded into my iPod, bro.
Yeah.
Like I had the 30 gig joint. I was killing
man.
it. So, you know, this is just, it's always been a constant, you know, in our lives. And it's always been like that. And again, we always go to it. We always run to it, you know, when we need an escape. And it's just amazing, man. Like how these songs can transport you to a time, man. It's incredible, man. I think we don't have to talk anymore about it, but yo, shout out to everybody who, you know, checked out the last pod, you know, was chiming in with their unpopular opinions and things like that too, man. Shout out to everybody who's liking, subscribing, you know, leaving comments and things like that. We appreciate you guys sending me DMs, telling me how much you guys love the show.
Yeah.
You don't understand how much that shit makes us go more.
Yeah.
So, you know, with that said, follow the Poem Podcast on Instagram. We might have a giveaway coming up soon, you know. So keep your eyes out for that. You know, follow me on Twitter at JasonAponte2103. Trills, tell them where to follow you with no Z.
Trills on everything with no Z. You heard.
You heard. And yeah, man, you know, we'll be back next week with another episode. This one was really good. I feel like we touched on a lot of really, really important things. The conversation got more nuanced than I even thought it would.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, with that being said, for Jay, for Trills, we out here.
Yeah.